Good day everyone, welcome to CMS and I am Ismail Said. In this video I'd like to explain how we can connect CMS, the construction management system, with one of the quantity surveying software which is PlanSwift. We understand that most of the quantity surveying around the world using PlanSwift to help them to make their quantity surveying tasks. So we find a need to connect and link the CMS, which is helping you for all the other domains of cost estimation, including the quantity surveying, with one of the most common softwares for quantity surveying, which is PlanSwift. By the way, our previous videos explain how to make a proper quantity surveying using CMS and AutoCAD. You can revert back to it to understand this concept well, and the links in the description. Okay, let's start. When you open CMS from its icon, you will find it will start with this screen. Just click start. Let's take a quick explanation. We will start now in the quantity surveying work. Our task now is to make a quantity surveying work, but instead of using AutoCAD, we'll make it by PlanSwift. The CMS is integrated with PlanSwift, which is allowing you to insert all the data automatically to CMS to let the CMS continue in the other domains, which is cost estimation, scheduling and budgeting, and feasibility evaluation, plus the cost control, as we explained before in the previous videos. So let's go now for the quantity surveying. This screen shows us all the construction divisions according to the POQ, according to the CSI format. The detailed explanation, it is available of course in our channel. You can find the sources there in the descriptions to check it one by one. But now we'll just inform you how you insert your data directly from your PlanSwift calculation to the CMS to continue the other tasks. Let's go for the concrete. We'll start with foundation. That's the screen for foundation, as we already know and explained before. That's the screen of foundation calculation. Our requirement is to insert the data in the pink or marronish color. That's it. What is the data required? So let's explain again what is the content of this screen. In the top, it will be all the results which will be calculated automatically by CMS. Here you will find this big table showing us what's required to be inserted, the type of foundation, the numbers of foundations, the size, the length, width, and the depth. This will be according to the schedule of structure. Here we have the reinforcement details, which is related to the foundation. What is the bottom reinforcement in the long span? What is the bottom reinforcement in short span? What is the top reinforcement in the long span and short span? What are the sidebars if required? Detailed explanation also, it's available in our videos before. Okay, what we need to do now is to insert this data. How to insert it? Let's use the PlanSwift as we discussed before. That's the foundation layout. Let's go for the structure. Let's go for the structure schedule to understand what is the type of the foundation. We'll find here 4 types of foundation: PC1 and 2 and 3 and 4, which is required to be inserted in CMS. Then we'd like to insert also the dimension and reinforcement for each, as we will insert it now. We'll find here for each type of foundation, each foundation has each dimension, length and width and height, the bottom reinforcement short and long per meter, the top reinforcement short and long, and also the side bars. Then we'll insert the sizes for each pile cap. Our project here is pile cap, the same concept of the foundation. Whatever we'll do for the pile cap is the same of foundation and also the same of the rafts. And these details you can also check you can find in our videos how to make quantity surveying for foundations, all type of foundations. Still we don't have the number, we'll just insert the dimension 2.85, 1.1, 1.2 for the depth. For reinforcement, it is very important because the CMS will calculate for you the exact quantities for rebar required for the project per diameter, the most accurate tool which will give you a detailed quantity surveying for the rebar. Automatically, you will not make any calculations. As you will see now, it's just to insert the data directly from the drawings, as we'll do now. We have bottom reinforcement and top reinforcement for the foundations, short span and long span, short span and long span also for the top. So let's insert this data. We have here also bottom and top. We have long and short. You will insert the same of bottom in long span, which is 8 pieces for diameter 20 per meter. So what we'll insert is 8 and choose 20 diameter. Short span also the same here. 6 is 6 and 20 millimeter. For top reinforcement, we have 616 and 616 millimeter per meter. So 6 and again 6. And for sidebars, it is 4 of 12 millimeters. We just insert something from the drawing without any calculation. The same which we did for PC1 or foundation 1, it will be repeated for other foundations. Like this. Now, to continue the calculation, we must have the numbers. These numbers we have to provide it from the drawings itself. What's the numbers of PC1, what's the number of PC2, what's the number of PC3, or foundation 1, foundation 2, foundation 3, foundation 4. That's we have to take it from the PlanSwift. Let's go for the foundation. Here we have it. And we have to use our knowledge of PlanSwift to insert this data. Now we need to tell how many foundations we have for each type. We'll go for account. Of course, we will choose the type. Here we have PC1. Okay. Now we need to account the PC1. Here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's it. That's PC1. Let's go for PC2. The same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the same for others. How to insert this information now to CMS? For PC1, we'll just click here under the numbers. As it mentioned here, insert the quantities for each type. And we'll go for choose PC1, one of the type, any of the type of this PC1. Like this. Anyhow, it will show us the numbers here, but we need to send the data directly to CMS like this. We'll go for send data and make a click. You'll find here the number is coming automatically as we saw. The same when we choose PC2, we'll go for send data. We'll find here it is 6, the account, and directly go for the 6. So it is now automatically you are sending the data from from PlanSwift to CMS. That's in counting. But what to do in for the area and for length, which is required to understand and to insert for all types of beams, tie beams, slabs, masonry work, and whatever. We normally need to insert all this data. And as you see, after continuing and inserting all the exact number, we'll find here CMS give us the quantities of concrete plus the quantities of rebar in each diameter, as you see now, without any calculation. Okay. Furthermore, CMS will give us a detailed quantities for the plain concrete with waterproofing for the shutters. We have now a total shutters for the concrete, for reinforcement concrete and for plain concrete, plus also the excavation quantity for these areas as an engineering measurement. Again, what we inserted the dimension of the foundation plus the number and the reinforcement from the schedule of structure. Okay, let's check now how to insert the length and areas from PlanSwift to CMS. Let's take the tie beams. The tie beams is the beams which is connecting all the columns together on the ground floor level. Let's choose the tie beam from CMS. Again, what we need to do to introduce the tie beams for CMS, to insert the information of the section for the tie beam from also the structure schedule. Here you have the tie beam, all the types of tie beam, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the dimension or the size of the tie beam, 20 by 60, 20 by 60, 30 by 70. Okay, and also the reinforcement, which is bottom reinforcement and top reinforcement, and the reinforcement of the stirrup. The details of the explanation already explained in how to make detailed quantity surveying for tie beams by CMS. You can watch it. So what we need to do now, after inserting the size of the tie beam and the rebar also according to the schedule, we need to insert the length of the tie beam. We need to insert the length of the tie beam. And also we need to take it for each type separately. Let's go for T1. This segment is T1. Keep it green color. Let's take it center to center. Or clear as we have. We'll take it one by one, like this. You will make this task according to your convenience by the same way which you are used to make it. Just click and choose the quantity, choose the tie beams. I just need to ensure again our previous video was to how to calculate it and how to make a proper quantity surveying for the tie beam using the AutoCAD. Okay, for whom like to work in, who is working in AutoCAD, he can work directly in AutoCAD. Who like to work, who is used to work in Swift, in PlanSwift, that's the way. What we need to do now, just we need to insert whatever we choose now to CMS. In TP1, we can take it here directly. As you see, the total length here is 28 for all T1. We'll just click it, send it. It's inserted directly, and accordingly, the same for TP1, we'll repeat it for TP2, 3, 4, 5. As you see, we'll find CMS give us all the required information regarding the total concrete for the tie beams, the total reinforcement for the tie beam per each diameter, as we see, 8 mm, 10, 12, 16, 20, plus the waterproofing area and the shutters area for reinforcement concrete and plain concrete. What in case if you would like now to insert the area, we need the area normally in the structure and also in finishing. CMS connects directly with PlanSwift. Let's see an example how to insert the area from PlanSwift to CMS automatic. We'll take an example now for the finishing. That's the floor plan for the typical floors. Also, let's introduce it for CMS. We'll take also the internal finish. We have to insert all the types of the finishing as walls and the floors and skirting and ceiling. This also is explained in detail in our previous video, how to make a quantity surveying for the internal finishing by CMS. You can watch it. After inserting all the finishing types from the finishing schedule, like here, whatever we have here in the schedule, we will insert only and will present it for CMS. Let's now choose one of the areas which we need to calculate all the required finishing for it. the floors and the skirting of the floors, the walls, and the ceiling, considering all the deduction of the opening as per our method of measurements. Okay, so let's take this one. The sitting area is common for all apartments. We have here one apartment, here another, and that's the third apartment. We have already 3 apartments in this plan. Each apartment have a sitting area and 2 bedroom, as you see, one sitting area plus 2 bedroom, sitting area and 1 bedroom. So we'll concentrate now in the sitting area. So we need to introduce these areas for CMS. Where to insert this one in CMS? We have to introduce the type of plastering, the type of finishing, as we inserted up for the walls and for floors. That's for walls, that's for floors, here for the skirting, and that's for ceiling. We'll just choose the type of finishing as we inserted before. Next step is to introduce the areas and the parameter for the CMS and the heights and also all the openings to allow him make the calculation for each type of finishing. How to do this? Let's start. First thing, let's introduce the location for our reference, sitting and dining for typical, right? Typical floor. We'll take it all together. What we need to do is to start. Let's start take area. We have to identify every area for our reference. Okay, so let's make it. Take another location. The other setting area have also the same type of finishing. We have to use the same type of area or choosing. We have to use the same type for the same close. We have to use the same type of area for the same type of finishing. Don't mix. Again, another section. All these sections have the same type of finishing. Close. So those 3 areas have the same type of finishing. What we'll do, we need to insert these 3 areas where? Actually, we have to insert it here. In CMS, we need to insert the area and the parameter, which can be inserted directly from PlanSwift like this. We'll click here in the area and go for PlanSwift. After choosing the type, make send data. This data here is the area, which is the full area for the 3 sections. Like this, we'll find CMS take directly the area. Now we need the parameter. We'll go again and make send data, but this time we will choose only the parameter like this. Still we have the height. The wall height as per this design is 3.3 meter, and we don't have full ceiling, so the full ceiling height is the same of the wall height. Okay, now we need the number of the repetition. In this project we have 11 typical floor, as we see here, so this automatically will be repeated 11 times. What else? We need also to insert the number of the opening, which is related to these 3 areas, which is, as we see here, there is a doors, right? So we need to insert this type of doors, TD1 and TD5. How many you have? Let's count. Let's go first for TD1. TD1 have 1, 2, and 3. They are the main doors. right? That means we have 3 of TD1. How to insert this 3 TD1? We'll go there for the timber. We'll find TD1 just 1, 2, and 3. Right. What about others? Yeah, we have other doors. Let's make another count. It will be TD5 as per the design. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. Let's insert it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have other doors in this specific location. TD4 we have 1, and TD4 1. So 8 TD5 and 1 of TD4. And to let the CMS understand those, because it's not in the same line, we have also to insert the amount, because we have 11 floors. Okay, in this case CMS will deduct the areas of this. How CMS knows these areas? You can refer to the videos which is related to the how to make quantity surveying for masonry and for finishing also by CMS. But for now we can tell it is by, when we was inserting the masonry work, we have to insert first the opening size. That's the full quantities. Also we took the full quantities as with the same method of counting. Okay, and we insert only the height and width from the doors and windows schedule. We will do this for all type of finishing, the same as you are using, the same method which we are using in PlanSwift. Okay, in AutoCAD there is a separate videos related to the AutoCAD. Actually all the explained videos before, it was related to how to make the quantity surveying work by AutoCAD with CMS. Now we'll just explain here how to use also the PlanSwift and how the data inserted directly for CMS. At the end you will find all the quantities for all type of finishings have each full total quantities. Okay, for masonry work we need also to insert the length and the height and also choose the type of the masonry. Let's go for masonry. First we need to choose the type of opening. According to the type of opening we need to insert the size for each opening and of course the quantity which will require later, and we know how to make the quantity and insert the quantity here direct from the PlanSwift to CMS as we saw before in the structure element. After this we need to go for the masonry. We'll insert here all the types of masonry work, all the type of block with each sizes, to understand and to make the CMS understand what are the size of each block, to allow him calculating the full amount or the full numbers of blocks and the mortar later. After inserting the types of blocks, we need now to choose it for each type and for each floor also, for each different floor. If we are working in the typical floor, all whatever we insert, we'll insert one time, but it will be repeated for 11 times as we have in our project 11 typical floors. We can insert the lens directly by CMS from PlanSwift by the same method which we explained before. If we go for the PlanSwift, according to our project, we have three different type of block. External block have a type of thermal block as per the specification. The internal block we have two types. One is 20 centimeter depth, one is 20 centimeter width, and the other is 10 centimeter width. What we need to do now is to inform CMS about these three types area. We'll take an example now. We'll choose the external, which is thermal block. Okay, and we need the PlanSwift to insert for us the lens for this type of block. 20 centimeter thermal external walls. We choose the segment because we need to stop from wall to wall, as we are doing now. Arch, we'll click A. That's it for external. Now we need to send this data for CMS. That's the length, 59.64. It's inserted directly here. Also, we need to insert the opening. So let's tell about the opening. We have all the external here. All the external windows here is considered as an opening. What we need to do is to just count them. For example, let's start with GW3. GW3. 1, 2, 3. 3 of GW3. Let's go for GW4. 1, GW5. 1, 2, GW6. 1, only 1, GW7. And the EW1. We'll introduce these also for CMS in the opening location. As we said, GW3 we have 3. GW3, GW3. Then we'll insert this opening here. GW4, only 1, 3, and so on. But also because we inserted here, we have to also introduce it, the same type of block, to deduct from it. And don't forget that the typical number we have, this is repeated in 11th floor, so we just insert it like this. And of course, in the description of the video, we will find the links for how to get CMS software and how to find all the others video related to the explanation of the how to use it and how to create a proper and accurate quantity surveying and cost management tasks. CMS will make for you a full calculation now for your bill of quantity according to the quantities, according to the calculations which is calculated by CMS. You will find a clear and detailed bill of quantity for the structure. Structure have the concrete for all elements, okay, and the rebar also for all elements. That's all came automatically. You didn't make anything, and the timber also automatically there as the quantities. Okay, for also the superstructure we have the same. Okay, for masonry work we'll have the same. For all type of finishings you will have the same, the plasters, the floorings, the type of floorings, type of finishings, all types of finishings. You will find it directly here in the POQ without inserting any information. Only it will come for you automatically after the tasks which we already discussed before. We'll find also CMS give you a detailed material takeoff for all the elements. As you see here, what's all the quantities generated by CMS related to the earthwork per cubic meters. Here the rebar for each diameter for each element in detail. You will use this directly to purchase the material. Here is the concrete for each element. Here is the wooden which is required for the shuttering for the wood. So we will have all the detailed quantity which is required to be purchased, and all the material required and all the details for the masonry. What's the type of the masonry, what are the quantities of the blocks, what is the required material for to construct this type of masonry, the black sand, the washed sand, the cement, the black mortar, any type of sand. It's according to your location, according to your area, what the type of sand it's used. It will give you the exact quantities, even the water for mixing and the curing. It will give you the full quantities, because this all will affect the cost estimation later. The same for the plaster. You will find here in detail what the requirement of the plaster in mortar, like mortar and cement and sand, and also water. CMS using the most accurate calculation and most accurate formulas to generate all these amounts and all these quantities calculation. All the finishing, as you see, will be, you will have a detailed material takeoff to use in your procurement tasks. After this, CMS will make for you a detailed cost estimation by only inserting the resource price. CMS have the manpower productivity. If you need to modify, you can modify it. What is the price of the reinforcement? What the price of the concrete? What the price of the masonry of the bricks? What the price of the cement? What the price of aggregate, the sand and aggregate? Okay, some items required for its prices. Accordingly, CMS will give for you a full breakdown for your cost, detailed breakdown for your cost automatically. You will not do any big effort here. You will just receive a full cost breakdown in detailed by one click for each element. At the end, it will help you to give you the final price according to all the dry costs which already calculated by CMS, plus all the overheads and profit for your project. That's it for now. We hope that you enjoyed the video, and we hope also to watch the others video which have the full detailed methods and steps to make the full quantity surveying and cost estimation and scheduling and budgeting and feasibility evaluation and also cost control. Thank you and goodbye.